Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to manage Azure virtual machines using Power Automate Flow to keep your costs down. Azure pay-as-you-go model can quickly add up, but with right automation, you can optimize your resources, shut down virtual machines when in use, and ensure you are only paying for what you need. I will guide you step by step through creating automated flows that will help you maintain control over your Azure expenses effortlessly. Let me quickly show you my virtual machines. I have three VMs here. One is SDev and one is Dynamics AX New, and then the third one is Dynamics X. Now, I won't be managing the first machine via the Power Automate, but I want to manage these two machines via Power Automate. So every morning, Monday to Friday, on the working days, it should automatically turn on at 9 a.m. and it should be automatically turned off after 5 p.m. These are the machines I'm using for development purposes. So first thing I did is I create an Excel sheet in SharePoint site. You can go ahead and create a SharePoint list if you want. But if I go to sales team site under document library, I've created a VM list. In this list, I'm assigning a VM name, a resource group, and also the subscription ID. So the name of the VM, the resource group it belongs to, and the subscription ID. If I navigate back to Azure Virtual Machines, I can see the name of the VM and I can see the resource group. And to get the subscription ID, I need to click on the subscription. I will click on Azure Subscription 1. Here, you will see the subscription ID. This is the ID you will need to copy. So we have a list in Excel. I have converted that list to a table. I've selected the columns and rows, and then I click Format as Table to create a table. Then the Power Automate can recognize the rows present in this Excel file. Now let's go and start creating the flow. From the make.powerautomate.com, left-hand menu, I will click on Create. I will click a Schedule Cloud Flow because we want to schedule it every Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. I will give this flow a name. I will just call it Manage VMs, and then I will be starting it at 9 a.m. and repeating daily. We'll click on Create. Now let's look at the trigger. If I click on the trigger, frequency is daily at 9 a.m. but I want it to run only the weekdays. So I can change the frequency to week, and then I can select on days I want to run. Before that, we can select the time zone. In my case, it's going to be London. And then on these days, I can select only Monday to Fridays. We'll select Monday to Friday options. And then at these hours, I can select 9 a.m. You can see in the preview, runs at 9 a.m. on Monday to Friday every week. So this is the free of this flow to run. Now let's create a next action. First action we need is to fetch the data from the Excel table. If I search for Excel online actions, list row present in a table, I will select that action. I will select the location. It was the sales team site, select that. In terms of document library, it is the main document library, which is documents. And then in terms of file, if I click on the folder, I can select the VM list file. And then it will have a table, because you remember we have converted the Excel rows and columns to a table. So by default, it has created table 3. So I will select that. Next, we need to start the virtual machine. If I click on plus sign, add an action. And if I search for Azure, we have Azure VM section. If I click on see more, see these actions will run against Azure virtual machine. The action down here is start virtual machine. We'll select that. Account have access to manage Azure VMs. I will click on sign in. It is taking me to the login screen. I can sign in there. Now it is connected successfully to my Azure environment. I can select a subscription. We can see Azure subscription 1, but managing the subscription ID, resource group, and virtual machine in the Excel. So I will select enter custom value, and then I will select dynamic value. I will select the subscription ID from Excel row, and then for the resource group, again, I will select custom value, and I will select resource group, and then for the virtual machine name, again, I will select custom value, and then I will select virtual machine name column from the Excel table. So at 9 a.m., the flow will start, and it will start the both virtual were present in this table in Excel. Now, let's say from 9 to 5 p.m. we work on these VMs, and then after 5 p.m. it needs to shut down. We can add a delay. I will click on the plus icon, add an action, delay. I will select delay action, and then I will count. Our count will be 9 and the unit will be hours. But for testing, I will just change it to 2 minutes. In real life scenario, you might want to change it to hours and 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever your requirements are. So we have a delay there for 2 minutes for now. And then we need to shut down the VM. I will click on plus icon to add an action. I will search for Azure VM action. Click on see more, power off virtual machine. I will select that action, and then I can add a new connection or I can select the existing one. In terms of subscription ID, again, I will enter a custom value, and then the value is from that Excel table. Same for the resource group name, and then same for the virtual machine name. I will select the custom values. It has put everything in for loop because there are more than one record in that Excel table. Now we need to do one more step, which is deallocate the virtual machines. Let me explain the difference between the normal power off VMs and deallocate VM. When you power off the VM, either from the Azure, or you can issue a command to shut down the server from your Windows, it will kick you out of the operating system and stop all processes, but will maintain the allocated hardware, including the IP address currently assigned. If you find the VM in the Azure console, you will see the state listed as stop. The biggest thing you need to know about this state is that you are still being charged by the hour for this virtual machine instance. The other way to stop your virtual machine is through Azure itself, or we will call the action to deallocate the virtual machine. In that any non-static, but you will also stop paying for the virtual machine compute costs. This is great to save money on your Azure costs when you don't need those machines running all the time, and your virtual machines will be deallocated. Let's go ahead and click on plus sign within this for each loop, add an action, and then I will search for Azure VM action, click on see more, and then the action I need is deallocate virtual machine. Again, for the subscription ID, I will enter custom value. I will search dynamic value and select the subscription ID. For the resource group, again, I will select dynamically, and for the virtual machine name, I will select dynamic value. Let's recap. The flow will trigger every day at 9 a.m. every weekday. It will fetch all the virtual machine data from the Excel table. It will go through each of the row, and it will start the virtual machine based on the subscription ID, resource group name, and machine name. It will add a delay based on your requirement. I just added 2-minute delay. I can demo this to you. And then we need to power off each virtual machine. But more importantly, we need to deallocate virtual machine if we want to keep the cost down. I will click on save. If I show you my virtual machines, this first one I haven't included. Hopefully this will not start. But these two virtual machines, when I trigger the flow, it should start. And then after 2 minutes, it should stop and deallocate it. If you see the status just stop, not deallocated, that means you still being charged for that virtual machine. You need to make sure that you come here, select the virtual machine and stop it. While the flow, we are already running an action to deallocate as well. Let's test the flow. Flow is ready to go. I will click on test, and I will manually run the flow this time just to test it. Click on test, and then I click on run flow. Click on done. So the flow have fetched all the data from the Excel table, and now it is starting the virtual machine. If I go to virtual machine list, and if I refresh this page, we can see the first virtual machine starting already. It will start the other one as well. So the first one is running at the moment. If I go to list, that was our first virtual machine. It is taking each record one by one and turning them on. Now if I refresh again, now the second virtual machine is starting. Now we can see the both virtual machines are running. And if I navigate back to flow, flow is gone into the delay state. This means that it has not touched the virtual machine which was not in that Excel table. So we are okay. Now after 2 minutes, it will start shutting down the VMs and also deallocate them. I will stop this video here and I will come back after 2 minutes. Now it is going through each virtual machine and shutting it down and also deallocating it. And now you can see the first virtual machine stopped and it is not deallocated yet. First action will stop the virtual machine and the second action in the flow deallocate as well. So you can see the first machine is stopped and deallocated, and second machine is deallocating now. And you can see the both machines are stopped and deallocated to save the cost. If I go back to the flow completed successfully. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you found this tutorial on managing Azure virtual machines with Power Automate Flow helpful for keeping your costs under control. Any question or need further clarification, feel free to drop a comment below and I will be happy to help. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tutorials on optimizing your cloud infrastructure. Hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new content. Until next time, keep automating and saving money. See you in the next video.